results-wise, it's the absolute worst-case scenario.
Witness the GROUPSTAGES do a lot of the team. Some are looking shaky, making more mistakes than usual. A lot at stake.
The case with TI, unreal amount of pressure. Can't really see or measure, particularly at these other tournaments where, you know, there are these major events. I feel like teams like, you know, Secret, BP, they win all these majors because it's just there isn't any pressure on them to perform and win them, so they just go out and just play Dota, play free and lose.
Yeah, you know, we won a couple of majors already. We don't have to prove anything.
Yeah, nothing to prove.
It's a really good point.
And hey, $1 million, you know, do we want $1 million? Not really. Do we want $32 million? Yes, please. I think everyone's, you know, clamoring to do as well as they can at TI. $15 million plus up for grabs for first place alone. There is monumental pressure on these teams.
Right now, for a lot of the team, mentality is we just don't want to be in the groups to get out because there's a huge difference in the money for the 15 and 16th place and the 14th.
I mean, particularly for the teams who aren't getting wins. I think now, you know, some teams
I'm not thinking about OG, who has what, 7 points?
8. I think they're
points?
8-1 now. They won game 1 of their series, maybe. I think they're 8-1. And even Navi, they're pretty much guaranteed not last place with their 6 wins now. Yeah, they are, I would say, guaranteed not to finish last. 9 team stars. Queen of Pain.
Forced to use Blink. I mean, if you're gonna play mid against the Razor, you're getting Blink level 1 anyway. Force him to use a static link, just blink away.
I think expecting that smoke to come down here. Maybe we'll be expecting this ward. Will either team
someone buy a sentry? That's what I want to see. This is the next double play. Earth Spirit has one.
Yeah. Oh, whoops. I forget. I'm the obnoxious observer who's pinging items. Other people. Saxa. Scout out quite a bit here. We gotta get to perhaps a lane that he wants to be in. Will be that Razor versus Quap mid matchup. Not a lane that Quap straight up wins by any means, but it's one of the few heroes that doesn't get destroyed by Razor, and could see both Magical and Fata getting some deep farm.
The thing about Razor is he always pushes the lane. Can't control the stable card. I guess that's why it's called unstable, huh? Then the lane pushes into your tower, so you're gonna get farm damage.
Shadow Poison stacks up early BD. Harass he can. Goes for the 4th. We'll get it. There we go. Nicely played. Go for the 5th here. Crystallize needs to juke it. PPD. Nope, he's going for TP up top, because that's where Ace is having a rough time already. PPD lost even more mana because of that TP, so... Careful, as he is a little bit limited in what he can do here. Zayat getting fairly low, and hey, Zayat Courier, Quap Blink. That's the other great thing about Quap Blink. Man, I feel like I see so many Quap Snipe Couriers mid.
We discussed about that yesterday, and she also gets an observer board with that sentry. That's a lot of gold.
And health regen, you get the double Tango effect. I assume she ate it with the Tango.
Yeah, she did.
Nicely done. Zayat's at top, rolling onto PPD. Does have double mangoes here, so he's got more shadow poisons if he... Happening up here. Ace is being contested behind his tower. He's actually being bullied by Blizzy here. Blizzy's got double salve and 6 tangos still left.
I don't think he needs that much regen, but alright.
Look, man, he's gonna be a happy camper. PD happily gets rolled on. He's gonna turn and fight Zayat, who does still have a salve here. Needs to be careful not to pop by the shadow poison. Getting harassed for another cleave, I assume. Really pointing the open wounds just for some extra life still. Ace actually canceled an attack there that he wanted to use, but
they can't really kill him. Without shield, a lot of regen.
On it. You like the Earth Spirit taunt? The surfboard?
I still prefer Fudge and Lion.
Gen rune down bottom. Magical's just intentionally taking damage here, by the way, because he knows there's a regen. I like that play. Much damage as he can. Grabs the regen. Just gets there in time before Saxa does.
Dip Saxa.
Yeah, he's like, Saxa, you wanted that regen? I don't think so. Oh, he jukes the damage. He keeps the regen on himself, and now he's got a Blink Shadow Strike. Fata could be in some trouble here. Not careful. Magical knows he's running forward, looking for that Shadow Strike. Nice plasma from Fata to secure one of those range creeps. But yeah, Fata's in trouble. Without a Korea, without regen, he's got Bottle and Sal. Korea about to respawn, will be coming out to this mid lane immediately.
Usually Razor does not buy a bottle, but in this scenario where he's extremely low with no HP, no mana, it's justified to buy it. I mean, you need everything to keep moving.
And boots don't really help you. Often, as a Razor, you want boots, but you're playing against a Quap who has Blink, so something that has much of it. Lane's going Alchemist. The easiest time getting early farm. 33 with 14 last hits and 9 denies. Getting the better of him. Got to imagine at some point soon we'll see that Alch fall back to the jungle when he's nice and ready. Keep an eye on the rune control now as mid lane Razor does have a bottle. Magical didn't have a bottle himself. Went for the double null instead. Speaking of double set items, double bracer on Crystallizes Alch. Classic Alch things. And he's going to be pretty unkillable in that bottom lane now, I think.
Guess the hero. Look at the Tiny's items. Someone should post this. Bet it. I mean, he bought the chainmail, will upgrade that phase boost later on. He only wants to be able to stand in the acid spread. Acid spread reduces the armor by 4. Tiny is the hero that has 0 armor.
Chase mid, Zayats gets the kill for Magical, who gets first blood. And that was Magical. What happened to the rune here? Oh, it was an illusion rune. Magical got the 4-minute rune. Oh, toss back. We talk about Alchemist being unkillable. That's going to be tested here. Underneath the tier 1 tower, you're a whole lot less unkillable. Got the damage as Fata TPs in with the plasma to make sure they get that kill.
And now he's going to bottle up the Tiny. Recharges. They will pick up the bottom bounty runes.
And get even more charges for the Tiny if he wants to. Very nicely done by Fata to rotate in. Does lose a lot of this mid lane. We'll keep an eye at the top though. This is where other bounty runes are being claimed. And PPD went for a disruption there, but Blizzy hit him with the torrent, so NIP in the end get what? Bounty runes it looks like?
Gold is a great conductor.
Yeah, 2 for 2.
Okay. So Zayats actually, did Zayats get one bottom? I didn't realize he was going for it, so. Sent mid. Carapace, Magical. Doing a good job getting this harassment of the tower without drawing the aggro of the tower. Was that another Shadow Strike? 3 early points in that nuke.
Meanwhile, Blizzy.
He did this on Batrider, but he's now doing it on freaking Kunkka. This is not what you expect from a Kunkka.
I don't think they can punish him. That's a Shadow Demon.
I mean, he can't. He's dead, right? There's no escape.
He can just TP out if they stun him.
Yeah. By disrupting him, though, I guess he lost the creep wave, but that is still going to push out. Should be dead here. They may go for the Impale soon, since with all this Shadow Poison, he should be dead. He does juke that Shadow Poison, but this will be dead.
A lot of time wasted, and now the creep wave is going to be pushing into the tower. Razor.
Invis rune, but there's a Radiant Sentry's going to stay in range for it, and yeah, pops the Fairy Fire, so he's no longer Invis, and Magical get himself a second kill this game.
Did you forget your safe word?
Okay. Both sides. There's 4 range creeps against 4 range creeps. What's happening top? This is unheard of.
Ace was just holding it. He was not farming.
Okay.
I mean, he could have pulled it to the side camp and just farmed both of the dead.
Well, as a result, this Kunkka's not going to quite get the wave pushing out like he had maybe planned, so well for him.
Yeah, that's a lot of gold denied.
Got 14 denies already. Died down in the bottom lane. 33 even getting the last hit on the nuke as well. 33 having a good game so far on the Tiny. Same time, out 31-10. He's not really being contested all too much.
33 is the player that always buys a lot of these small items, has an extra wind base, a bracer, a magic. He's always buying the small item, especially when he plays the Night Stalker. Like, you're gonna see him having an urn, being what we're gonna call 6 slotted at the 15-20 minute mark.
Currently trying to use these small arms to contest the Alku is falling back into the jungle. Nico's going to have to help secure this jungle a bit. Sonic Wave down mid. Magical is going for the kill on PPD. Damage isn't quite there with the Shadow Strike. They will get the kill. Zayat's going to last. He wants to make sure Fatih can get the deny. Magical, though, does not have Blink for a couple of seconds. He needs to get out of here. Does manage to do so before any further damage can threaten to kill him. And this is good news, because Crystallize, that means he's not being contested while he farms here. Mud Golems, Shard Golems, multiple stacks being farmed up. Nico's also found a haste room for Queen of Pain, who's going to blink on over to grab that one.
They need to set up some vision at the entrance of the jungle. Zayats has one observer, one sentry.
Right, as you'd expect. Two entrants into this Radiant jungle, both covered by this observer ward.
So the only way to approach is by buying a smoke. Bounty runes are spawning in a minute and 30 seconds. This is where NIP wants to make a move.
Yeah. PD keeping back mid. There's been another initiation onto Fata. The kick is not going to cancel the TP. Down. There's a nice little stack here for the Alchemist in the other jungle, and that was being pinged out. So I think yeah, he's making his way over there already. If he gets here in time, he may be able to stack another camp. Like he'll be here for this one. It's a range creep, so yeah, no chance to get this stack off. And they missed both stacks, unfortunately. Sax is kind of hunting. He's got wards here, so he may just be looking to get some vision down. Doesn't block the camp, he's just setting up the vision to try and hunt for kills later.
A little bit of trouble.
Gets the cold feet, has a TP. Does he go for it, or does he just want the experience? Jukin, will he go for a TP out? Yeah, he will.
Dawn.
It's out of there. Less vision. Back at mid. Away. Going for that kill there as Crystallize continues to farm. He's up to 2.2k gold suddenly. Like maybe a faster Radiance timing than what we saw last game. Well ahead of the Lifestealer in terms of net worth. As you'd, expect, anytime Alchemist has a halfway decent game, he is going to outfarm anyone in the game.
Yeah, that's 3 points. Reed, he had some of the stacks on bottom. PPD, planting an observer ward.
They will have seen... Oh, no, they didn't. He smoked up.
Yeah, he smoked up, but they know something is up because Kanka would not TP.
Oh, Magical tried to blink it and steal it. That would have been huge as far as the Alchemist getting some gold. They are now trying to punish you. They've got Ghost Ship, but X is on cooldown. As a result, doesn't look like they'll be able to get the big kill on the Tiny, but they'll get PPD instead. They're even going to use the boat for this. Just to make sure. They feel like they needed the damage.
And here comes Sona Eco to get that kill.
It's like same as stealing that T1 mid tower last game. Like, hey, that's mine, guys. Needed that from my Tome of Knowledge. Actually, getting level 6 on AA is pretty big this game. Don't fully blame him.
Tiny Invis lacking a little bit of mana. If he just tosses him back to the tower, just needs a hero to stand near tower.
Doesn't look like it. Apple toss combo. Easy kill. Not maybe the Alchemist you'd hope to kill at this stage of the game. It is just that support. Speaking of support kills, Saksa with the Vendetta goes for the Impale fall. The character is there as well, and another kill for NIP, who are doing a good job hunting some of these heroes. They stop the stacks from happening, so not just a kill, but also gold denied from Alchemist.
Yeah, meanwhile, Alchemist is farming the other part of the jungle. 2 deep wards placed by PPD to see where Alchemist is farming. They have an Invis hero. Tiny is getting close to his item. What is he buying? That, yeah, that's an urn. Like,
Spirit Vessel Rush?
I think so. Against the Alchemist. Has that Wind Lace already. You don't necessarily need to have a Blink Dagger this early on. With the Phase Boots and Wind Lace, you have a lot of ways to approach. 425.
Zayat's just respawned and instantly gets ran at. The toss into Ace's Lifestealer gives him a spoon-fed kill. We'll be happy about that one. Still now getting involved in the kill scoreboard as well. 1-0. Ace has been free farming away up top.
I'm a big fan of the players who adjust to a certain situation, thinking out of the box. Unorthodox build on Tiny, but you need to have it.
Yeah. Na'Vi, they're kind of in this passive farming stage with the Alchemist, of course, but the rest of the team, they've got Ice Blast, they've got Kunkka. It does feel like they maybe want to try and make some plays here, but they're just being hunted in their own jungle wherever they go. Na'Vi getting picked apart. Another kill for this Tiny, who now has urn charges to play around with as well. But AA does have that level 6 ultimate, but really any good setup or ways to use it right now, it feels.
This is such
Radiant's
a good
middle
ward
tower
from
is
PPD,
under attack.
because if you place a sentry to deward this, which is usual high ground ward, you're not gonna get it. Or
they're just playing around this vision so well. They're just camped on this high ground. This entire jungle has been off limits for the Alchemist. There's a reason why he's playing around this bottom jungle, and it's because it's much safer. He's got his Observer Ward to protect him there. He's going to get a pretty good time in his Radiance as a result. Hold on in there, looking for Ace. He does manage to get away. He pops the Rage as well, and Zayat almost in some trouble there. And he comes swooping on in. This is going to be another kill. Zayat is just dying time and time again. That's 3 deaths in quick succession. PPD himself in a bit too deep. Sonic Wave thrown out as well to make sure Magical can secure that kill.
I think NIP is fine with this trade. 2 ultis, actually 1 big ulti cooldown, 1 35 seconds to get a PPD, and they got the tower. Meanwhile, Alchemist has his Radiance, just needs to use Courier.
Yep. Navi, your timing is, you know, it's not the first 13 minutes of the game. You have an Alchemist on your team. Everything you're looking to do comes a bit later, around that maybe 20-minute stage, Radiance Blink, or even really the BKB timings in a lot of ways. Quite happily play at a slower pace for them. And also just with Kunkka being under level, because the X is really their way to catch and kill heroes.
Yeah.
And he's had level 1 X for a long time. Only now, he's level 2 X now.
He's not even maxing out the Tidebringer.
I don't think he can afford
He's
to.
gonna max the X mark because they lack the catch.
He's kind of, you have to. You're the setup for the Ice Blast, so at this point you need as many points in the X as possible. Finding a vision, just a sentry ward. Somewhat limited right now. And yeah, there we go. 3rd point in the X, Kunkka gested, maxing out
My thanks.
the X. And yeah, this sentry ward, you mentioned the sentry placement. They expected the Observer Ward to maybe not be on the cliff. That's why they
Dire's
didn't
middle
plant
tower
the
is
sentry
under
right on
attack.
top of it, but
Now it reaches the cliff, but also this is a common
Yeah.
spot for a ward, so that's why it's
Reaches
placed
this rotation and gank from Na'Vi will catch 33 on the Tiny with the Ice Blast damage. Will bring him on down, and once PPD turns, it does look like Crystallize will get one top, but he pays for it with his life. Alchemist gets the bounty route, I guess, kinda. No, I don't know. Worth it's probably not the right word there.
I mean, you do not want to die with Alchemist. Every single time a hero like an Alchemist or Meepo dies, he loses 2.5 times more farm than this hero.
They did get the 2 bounty runes up top. Pain playing down this bottom lane. He's going for an Orchid first.
Their vision game is much, much better. This game, one of the reasons why they lost the previous one was Na'Vi had much better overall vision game and the positioning. Now another deep ward, which not...
Away from the obvious spots, these cliffs.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Kinds of problems. And they've also got Saxa, who's such a kill threat on the map, vendettaing around. It's got the Meteor Hammer completed,
Radiant
so much
structures
lockdown
are
potential
fortified.
with the Carapace Impale Meteor Hammer.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Observer Ward placed. Sentry though. Be dewarded. Na'Vi.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
They have to see a 5-on-5 fight. Right now, Na'Vi does not want to take it before Alchemist gets a BKB. He's off the Radiance when not using it. In case that Nyx Assassin is there in Invis.
Gets the silence. Is it going to be long enough? He gets the rage off right before the unstable concoction hits. It was flying through the air.
Only level 1 silence.
Magical needs to be careful when he blinks away before Sax can do anything. Look at this Radiant Sentry Ward action. Their minimap is just littered with sentries. You got to imagine they don't have too many left available. Limited resource these days in this job. They've just got to buy whatever they can against Nyx Assassin, but so many left to buy.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
to get some more fire. We have it being thrown from the high ground just to do some tier 2 tower damage. Shabby. Slowly add up of time and magical.
Oh, if he blinks out, he's dead.
Yep, blinks right into him. Magical's like, I think I messed up. There's only, you either need to stay in those trees or you need to blink to the right. Obviously he doesn't quite know where those heroes are
The
positioned.
next level play would be stay, don't move.
Yep.
Plasma field. Revealed him, but then you lose the vision and still.
Dire's top tower is
Tier
under
1 tower on the top.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Best
under
They're
attack.
taking some damage on it.
Nyx Assassin comes in with a Vendetta up top. He and Fest, they're going to go for Saniko here. The TP coming in from another NIP member. It's 33, looking for Blizzy. He's going for the TP out. Will he get with an avalanche? No, doesn't go for it. Down bottom, meanwhile, there's a straggler. Fata, what are you doing here? And Navi, no, he should not be there. Quadruple tips. Trying to tilt Fata. Saying, your team TP'd out with an infest gank up top. You not be caught left behind. I think Navi themselves know that kill shouldn't really happen, but they'll happily take it.
And this is what I talked about. Look at 33. Bought another wind lace 19 minutes in.
All about that movement speed. He even has that movement speed talent. Bye-bye. Ace, I'll take this kill. Thanks, guy. Adding the KDA.
Radiant's top tower is under
Navi
attack.
very much on the back foot now. They have completed the BKB on Alchemist. Has an AC queued up, but a bit of room to grow. Alchemist will come online kind of now with that BKB, but he also wants a few more levels as well.
That's gonna be a Deso on a Lifestealer. If they can get a kill or two, maybe they can transition into Roche.
Certainly an objective that NIP solves at this point. B, coming up soon, Magical with an Orchid. About to be completed. Kunka's got a Force Staff queued up, not
Yeah, I love
conventional.
that. Yeah, I mean, he's not playing any carry Kanka, he just wants the items his team needs.
Alright, TPD with the unstable concoction. They're going to roll it up with a rolling boulder.
Radiant's
They
middle
delete the Shadow Demon to start this fight off. Zayat's just going to throw out the Magnetize. Just
Zoning Magnetize.
Hell Ace. Bounty Rune was picked up by NFP, so only one Bounty Rune
top tower
for Navi with their Alchemist.
With that Force Staff, you can just save people because they don't have any kind of save mechanism at the moment.
Yeah.
It's great against the Razors. They have 3 melee heroes to just push them out. Great against the Lifestealer as well.
Just being generous, giving some creep Quap who desperately needs farm right now. We'll have the Orchid now coming out in the career. Gives them a way to initiate and go for the kill on Ace's Lifestealer, to go for kills like the Nyx Assassin, stop things like the Disruption, being used as a defensive tool. Very good item this game.
Dire are scanning.
Have a BKB as far as ways to get rid of it, but that pretty much is the only tool to get rid of it for the time being. On PPD. Captain Peter with the Orchid. Easy kill.
Can they transition this into tier 2 towers since they lost the tier 2 tower on bottom? Nah, they're not gonna trade.
Dire's top
They're
tower
gonna
is under attack.
lose hero if they're not careful. Yep. Quick and easy kill. The Infest Gank once again, they're just underestimating NIP's damage potential. Blizzy going for the TP out 33. Avalanche, it comes half a second too late. Luka will survive. And Navi should not have hung around to go for that tier 2 tower.
Next Assassin is God's work. 9 out of 15 kills, setting up some big stuff with the Lifestealer playing around his Infest timing. Maybe they should consider getting a gem early on. Kanka gets 4 staff and then they buy a gem, so they're gonna have a save for someone who's carrying it.
Radiant's middle
It could be
tower
worth
is
it.
under attack.
And Sox on a mid lane, just dropping those bombs on the tower.
Dropping the hammer.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
33 does have a Blink Dagger queued up next, so all this movement speed. The hero not really known for being that mobile, and he's going to have the Blink Dagger as well on top of that. So
Radiant's top tower is
Navi
under attack.
recognizing they don't have good control over this part of the map. Oh, he looked for the Orchid. He was hoping for that Ice Blast with the Orchid initiation and the Earth Spirit to maybe catch Ace's lifesteal by surprise. They did have Sonic Wave for some burst as well.
And that's going to be a free tier 2 tower for them as well.
Fallen.
Top lane is also pushing in.
Tower is under attack.
Gonna have Salt Crest momentarily, just 400 gold away. Some neutrals to respawn.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Interested in defending their outer towers. Navi let the tier 2 tower top go down. Now they're gonna smoke up. I think they're smoking towards Crystallize, who does have the AC. This is a decent scary timing.
Yeah, once again, he turned off the Radiance just in case there's an assassin hunting. Carapace.
There's not Cane Rune. He grabs you, they find Nyx Assassin. He's got an infest inside of him. Lifesteal's just going to pop out with the range. Goes for Earth Spirit, but he just rolls on out of there. Ace could be in some trouble if he's not careful. The Blink 40 finds a target for the stun. Crystallize avoids stunning himself. Pops the BKB. The toss to save. 33 helping his buddy out. Ace has no range for 3 more seconds here. He's in a lot of trouble. The Orchid will help finish him off. And Navi with the BKB AC timing. They find a lifesteal. They commit a lot just for the 1 kill though. That was a big smoke rotation, but they're also going to look to follow up with a tier 1 tower.
Patience from Prada. He did not want to pop a BKB there, even though he was in trouble. Tiny tosses him to the high ground. Saves the 10-second BKB. The tier 2 tower is gone.
Nice Queen of Pain player says, you give me some creeps early, you can have this illusion rune. Crystallize. And gifted that one. Saxa. Detta was on cooldown for a couple more seconds. He's going to perhaps be pulled back in. He gets him with the torrent. Oh, you want to long game, Blizzy. He says, I know what you're up to, my friend. Magical will come linking in to secure the kill. There we go. AA level 10. Gets that GPM talent. That's a happy support now.
This Nyx Assassin is so farmed. He's more farmed than Kunkka by 1,000 gold because of the GPM talent.
Yeah.
I mean, this was also his first death.
By the way, Kunkka didn't end up going for the 4-star.
I still think they need a
Spirit, no, he's got a Blink Dagger queued up. I'd expect after the Solar Crest, but you know, Solar Crest on out, of course, pretty damn good. But Solar Crest as an item feels like one of the items that is just a bit busted right now.
Definitely one of the strongest items. Might be actually the strongest item in this patch.
It's one of those items, you know, if there was like a, you know, F or G or H, whatever letter we're up to patch tomorrow, there'd be probably some small, like tiny little ice rock there. It's not too out of control.
I don't think it needs to have 7 armor. 6 armor is fine, even 5 armor would be fine on the medallion.
Sans, you can't make these radical changes now that TI is over. We'll see. I'm sure there'll be some crazy big patches after TI. That'll be fun. We're going to figure out who is the champion of this current patch. Way with $50 plus. For answering these couple. V can name for themselves. So far, so good. Faster. Does have the BKB. He decides not to pop it because he's got PPD behind him with the defensive disruption. The Soul Catcher doing a decent job of taking away some of Crystallized's health. We're getting it back soon as charge forward is there. Yeah. Takes Crystallize out and then he rolls on himself. That's Sparta's BKB down. So Nico, he doesn't have Ice Blast, but they're going to go on Sparta now. Sparta's in trouble. He's been X. The boat's pulling back. Is there a disruption save? Doesn't look like a PPD. He can't get in. His disruption was on cooldown, and now 33 could be in some trouble himself. He's got an infested side. 33. Going to take this fight. Alchemist is going to pop the BKB. Doesn't have Chemical Rage though, so I don't think Navi want to take this one. And they see that Razor buyback.
They're really fine with this.
Yeah.
Another deep ward. Look for, and it's gone. That's the gem. Someone bought a gem, Queen of Pain, as we talked about.
Yeah.
Because they're running out of sentries, and I mean, you can't really sentry the whole map. Queen of Pain died a couple of times because of that Nyx Assassin and the Lifestealer gank. I don't think they can do anything. They can't really threaten the high ground. Lifestealer can come, hit a couple of times, but there's going to be an acid spray. Maybe they can try to drop the Meteor Hammer.
Chip away at the tower or something. They got to be a bit careful. Like, your Razor just pulled back. A dieback could be really bad. If anything, I feel like they should be playing more around, like, just trying to secure Roach. Don't fight at the enemy high ground. If you want to try and force an objective, force Roach and fight on even terms. And if anything, make it favorable. Have a vision advantage. deward that Roshan part of the map, play around your vision.
Radiant
Pushing high ground.
scanning.
You don't push high ground without an Aegis for what?
And you can't also take the Roche because the threat of AA, they have a really good fight into the Roche pit. Also, they have a vision there.
Navi playing defensively on their high ground for now. Accumulate next couple of items. BKB for Queen of Pain, the big one they're waiting on right now. Allow her to play so much more aggressively in these fights. Worry about mostly the Nyx Assassin with his Carapace and all his stuns, but even heroes like Tiny.
Still, they're not leaving the base, but all the gold coming to them, both top lane and the mid lane. And IP just smoked.
Yeah, smoking kind of early. Normally you'd see these smokes more around the bounty runes, but they are expecting Alchemist to be in this jungle, it feels like, but that is not the case. Yeah, they see him mid, so I think they realize there's not any kills to be had. Oh, okay, on the high ground. They're actually going to jump in. They want the Nyx Assassin. Has the defensive kills here. Really all hit. Guys is there with the magnetite trying to turn this one around. Ace has to be careful. His range is going off, but he's got a BKB, so he's got so much magic immunity here to play around. Crystallize has been slowed by the demonic approach. He gets the best on the fastest Razor. And that's a dieback on Razor. All they've killed Zero Spirit. Blinking it is magical. He just finished off this BKB. He's got an Orchid now. He's going to use it on PPD, taking his second kill.
They have enough time to go into Roche pit.
Yeah.
With the AC, with the Astray, a lot of minus armor.
The Queen of Pain there, I want to say. But I don't think he's got the damage for it. Play it safe and head back to
Dire
Phantom just to
are
heal up.
scanning.
Dire scan on Roshan, like, are they? They still might. Alkid's level 20, so gets that cleave talent. That haste rune. He's just about completed this Solar Crest. That's going to be such a big boost to the teamfight of Na'Vi when you can chuck that on the Alchemist. He's going to be so scary.
And this is what I like to see. Him adjusting once again on level 10, he picked up the armor talent instead because he's not dealing any damage. And the armor is so valuable in this Razor against the Lifestealer. Standing on a ward right now. Bounties are spawning.
Lies. Take the bounty rune there. The two down bottom also still available. Saksa, the chain stun. Orchid comes out on the Nyx Assassin. He turns around with the chemical rage of the BKB. He's going to be able to take out the Tiny. Does cost him a BKB, but he's more than happy to do that. He's got the BKB still going. Unstable Concoction Stun doesn't hit Saksa. But the Carapace is there, followed by a Meteor Hammer. The Meteor Hammer will not hit Crystallize. He's got the Abyssal as well. Dead Nyx, SD buying back as well. This fight
is over. There's no need to buy back because the Nyx Assassin has, I mean, he has a buyback, but they already used what they had. Razor on
they're buying back side of the map. PPD makes the call. Guys, we cannot give them Aegis.
I'm just gonna back off.
You're so happy about this if you're Na'Vi. Do have to reset a little bit.
Yeah, but now you need to run into Roche pit because you used 3 buybacks and you're not getting anything out of this.
Are you strong enough to do so? It feels very scary against the Ice Blast. They're smoking for a pickup first, it feels.
You need to make something happen, anything. Otherwise, if you just die with 2-3 heroes...
Are scanning.
Oh, they've got this ward. They want to fight.
You're gonna lose Roche.
Yeah, Magical, I think he wanted to de-ward, but at the same time, he doesn't feel safe doing so. And guess what? They just scanned Roshan. They know NIP are not at Roshan, which means NIP are hunting. Na'Vi make the right call. They fall back. They're playing on their high ground. They're going to have to move out soon. They no longer have scan, so they don't know what's happening at Roshan. They could fire an Ice Blast, but you also maybe don't want to waste Ice Blast and put on Corbin. No good ways to scout Roshan for Na'Vi.
He's fishing for some info on the mid. Oh, he got it. He also has a buyback. That's why he's doing it.
Zayat's baiting. He knows. The buyback to play around. Crystallize goes running into the BKB. He turns. He's going to try and bring down Razor. Still no buyback on the Razor, and the Bastion will take out the Lifestealer. Buyback available. I don't think he wants to use it. This fight looks also lost. I think NIP just have to cut their losses, and their losses are going to be very, very heavy. Tiny going down to Shadow Poison. Shadow Demon as well getting picked apart, and NIP get team wiped.
When you say heavy, you mean full team wipe, but they can take the Roche because they didn't take the tier 1 tower. It's full HP. They can threaten the Rexus.
Na'Vi destroying NIP. To the high ground they go. Oh, sorry, to the Roshan pit they go. Na'Vi will claim an Aegis. Plus, flying on through. This is like some BM Ice Blast. Let's hit Razor as he comes back in. Well, NIP in a world of trouble. Things are not looking great for the European squad. V playing through a brutal CIS qualifier, just really showing up here at TI. 6 wins, 3 losses, and looking to claim another one.
Also give the Aegis to win main. With that gem, the whatever NIP put down. Even though they're still in a different spot, so it's really hard to actually kill them. And now Alchemist 6 slotted, so he's gonna start getting some Aghanim Scepters.
Oh yeah, that's the fun time of the game. This was such a good gem pickup for Quab. That just completely changed the game, having a gem all of a sudden. Allowed them to hunt down, prevent this Nyx. Saxa, who was causing all these problems in the early to mid game, suddenly became a liability in some ways, so. Fight with a 4 ace is going to be careful. He's going to BKB. Well as the Rage.
Meanwhile, they found Tiny.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Tiny being kicked and bullied around. 33. No escape for you. Magical. Well,
I'm sorry.
find and get the kill. Unstoppable streak. 10 kills, 2 deaths. This has been absolutely fantastic Queen of Pain play. Na'Vi looking like a hell of a team here. Queen of Pain hits level 20, gets that spell Lifesteal Talent as well, and NIP are going to be put in this position where you're kind of playing for the high ground defense. And Solar Crest on Kunkka means this Alchemist is going to be quite the raid boss, able to just belt away at this tier 3 tower. It looks like Na'Vi are indeed intent on going for the high ground. Magic just goes blinking in. Once the Shadow Demon kill with the Ice Blast Sonic Wave, there should be enough damage to kill PPD. 1 or 2 more right clicks. Has no buyback. That's why Magical wants this. 1 more stream PPD. He should die in the pound and will do so. Great play from Magical. No more SD to worry about. It may be a 5 position, but it's such a key kill to get it. Crystallize says, well, I can just go running in myself. Kills 1. Bash, bash. Uses that BKB though. BKB is down.
Lifestealer has double damage in the bottle.
Yeah.
If they want to take this fight.
Na'Vi used double BKB on Alp as well as Queen of Pain, but at the same time they've turned it into a 5v3. And Magical one with the Aegis, so he's the one that's going to be in charge of hitting buildings. Not Alchemist. Alchemist has to play this a little bit cautiously.
Aegis is still up and running for another 2 minutes. This is going to be a free set of Raxes for Na'Vi.
Yep. No contest, it feels like. They scan. They're still a little bit worried about some kind of a flank coming in. And Na'Vi maybe seeing NIP defend this one. They did pop the glyph, but no. Still no initiation coming in. Na'Vi with the Observer Sentry combo as well. So they see absolutely everything. And they're going to fall back and take 4 bounty runes, it looks like.
NIP, they need to spend all of their gold, get the items. There's no point of saving a buyback because they don't have them. And Razor and Lifestealer, both of them have AC queued up. They need to talk to each other, see what's happening.
Part of what's going wrong, the communication for NIP. There we go. Razor shifts over to a Shiva's Guard. Right,
and buys a Lotus Orb.
Okay, casual. Oh, as Kunkka does too, as Quap buys a Shiva. All right, items galore all over the place. Lotus, get rid of that Orchid. Things like Shadow Strike and can bounce back some spells. Concoction as well. Na'Vi looking to do here. They've still got Aegis for another minute, so it looks like they may just go for a second lane here. They are charging down this middle lane. It's Crystallized trailing behind. Aghanim Scepter. They're going to be Lacoste.
Free to give. Queen of Pain has Arcane Rune in the bottle. I would give it to Queen of Pain. The second one on the list is probably Earth Spirit, so that they can have school ability.
Giving it to Earth Spirit first. He's got Blink, so maybe he's looking to kick someone out. Chant Remnant.
Yeah, I forgot the name. I said school ability.
Yeah, I didn't know either. I hovered over it.
It's been a while.
Yep. To blink in and kick someone in. He's got the X as well. Zayats, he's going for it. He kicks in the Razor. There you go, my friend. He goes in really deep. There's a BKB from Razor, but he gets the pistol bladed up. Crystallized can't interrupt this stuff, but it doesn't matter because he's BKB'd himself from Sparta. He just bought a Lotus Orb. He is dead and done for, but does have buyback at least. That's the accept on the Earth Spirit. Cool ability indeed, say Na'Vi. And PPD saying this Orchid is not a very cool ability. He gets jumped on. Whoop! Keeps alive for now, but he should be popping as soon as he pops out of the disruptor. There's a turret there. The poison damage is more than enough. Crystallize on the front lines, getting brought down pretty low. He's going to be a bit careful here. Ace is trying to burn him down, but Crystallize is so damn tanky. All these items he's got making him really beefy. Ace even popped the BKB for that. And they forced out the Razor.
They can reset. He's gonna X-mark him.
Yep.
He will bring the region, get some clarities, get some flasks, come back to a fight.
Clarity. Last, but Chemical Rage is available soon for the Alchemist, who also gets an Illusion Rune so he can push out the side lane. And they kicked in now. It's Fata once again. The Razor. He got caught out bottom and got tipped. He's getting caught out again and getting tipped once more. Oh, Fata, he's just not having a very friendly game. And Na'Vi, they're not being very friendly themselves. Giving him some more tips and rubbing salt in the wound.
He also has an Aether Lens for a better kick.
Crystallize, he's gone charging him with a BKB. 133 with the force up there to help him out. Instead, it's going to be Nyx Assassin Saxa going down instead. Pop on the backlines. Again, it's Captain PPD. Magical just has it out to Peter. Keeps on blinking into Solar Killer. And with that, it's mid lane of Rax. It looks like bottom lane of Rax. It's looking like the end for NIP. 35k gold lead. Last hurrah is here. It's another Remnant in. They kicked in Saxa. The Earth Spirit Axe coming into play time and time again. So Nico, he does get picked off here, but immediate buyback. He can throw the Ice Blast even if he wants to as well. Forcing to the high ground is 33. He tries to keep himself alive, but the roll in from the Earth Spirit will catch him. Ace as well in all sorts of trouble. Doesn't rage in a couple of seconds. Ace may be able to keep himself alive. Saxa, Blink Scream, beyond godlike from Magical. It's only life, so
There's the bad and double G's are dropped. That's going to be another one in the bag for Na'Vi. 2-0 against NIP.
Check out those Instagrams. Saniko of the Laputa, Na'Vi Magical. Follow these boys. They're playing some great Dota, and they want you to also check out.
Let me just go to my Instagram and follow these boys first.
Me too. They've earned it. You know, they've been playing some good Dota. Sorry, it doesn't work. That one's blocked. You know, those of you who aren't here with us and can actually access